Honorable Shri Justice Ravindra Gugeji, Honorable Shri Justice Mahesh Patilji, Learned Advocate General Dr. Devendra Sarafji, Vice Chancellor, and who knows me in and out. Fortunately, he told you only better part of me. I am very thankful to you, Professor A. Lakshminath ji, Dhananjay Jadhav ji, all the dignitaries of the dais, honorable judges, my fellow politicians, members from different walks of life from the city of Sambhajinagar, all the members of faculty, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I would like to thank you, Justice Gugeji, for inviting me to inaugurate the ladies' hostel in this beautiful campus. It's always a rare occasion in democratic governance that the one who is present at the time of laying of foundation stone is also present at the time of inauguration. So I feel very lucky to be here. I always feel connected to the Maharashtra National Law University, not just because I am also a lawyer, but as rightly told in 2014, this act was enacted to establish National Law University in Maharashtra. And when I became Chief Minister, I took this endeavor that not just one, but 3 Maharashtra National Law Universities would be established. And I can proudly say that the Maharashtra National Law University Mumbai, the Maharashtra National Law University Nagpur, and the Maharashtra National Law University Aurangabad, now Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, all the 3 universities were established and commenced by me. I got that opportunity. We offered the land and also the budgetary support. And today, I can see these universities are flourishing, thriving, and creating a very good pool of human resource in the legal field. But I must give all credit to the honorable judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts who were instrumental in driving this entire journey. Sir, I must convey that it was only because of you that this has happened, and the quality which we always wanted our national law universities to have is being maintained because the judges of the Supreme Court and High Court keep a very close eye on not just infrastructure, but everything that is happening in the university. Of course, I must also thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor and the faculty members for providing such good education. Today, India is fastest developing economy. We are 5th largest economy of world, and soon we will be the 3rd largest economy of world. When you grow, the challenges also grow. And for growth of any economy, for growth of any democracy, for growth of any country, the most important thing is rule of law and justice system. If it is good, if it is best, if it is better, I think it adds to the journey of the nation. In fact, investors world over, they come to India because they feel that this is a democratic nation with rule of law. If we invest here, our investment will be dealt within the parameters of law. It will be dealt with justice. And that is why today we can see that Indian economy is thriving, Indian economy is developing, and it has become fastest developing economy of the world. Having said that, ultimately, for a nation to grow, every sector requires excellence. It is only excellence that can make us grow. And the sector where all of you would belong, the legal fraternity, is something which is a pillar of our democracy. It is not just good judges that can make our legal system vibrant, but we require good lawyers as well. Everybody who contributes has to excel, and that is why these universities have a great role to play, because for tomorrow's India, or even for today's India, where we are changing and we are adopting our own ethos. After 100 years, we have changed IPC, Indian Penal Code. We have changed CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code, because these were the acts made by the Britishers meant to rule Indians. We were the subjects. Today, with the change, we have also changed the mindset. It is not the penal code, but it is the justice code now. Because we don't want to penalize. We want to give justice to the people. And I think with this changed mindset, now India is going ahead. We all know that this is a country which has the highest youth population in the world. We are the most youthful country, and as rightly said by our Honorable Prime Minister, that with our growth initiatives, by 2047, India will become a developed nation. And I think in this journey, the role of the legal fraternity will be very vital. Today, when we see that against democracy, anarchist forces are also developing, anarchist forces are trying to destabilize our institutions. We have seen that today our courts have highest credibility amongst all institutions in democracy. There are forces who are also trying to create a notion that courts are no more independent. They are trying to destabilize people's faith in our courts. I think there are many things which we need to deal with, but I am sure that the vibrant constitution which has been given to us by our Honorable BharatRatna Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar is so powerful that the solution for every question lies in our constitution. And being law students, I think we must understand what are the ethos on which our constitution is built. Being students, we always want to enjoy liberty. And that's not wrong. But what about responsibility? I think I always remember I was taught by my professor that my liberty is absolute. But my liberty ends where my fellow citizens' liberty starts. I must know what is absolute. And I think if we understand our liberty as well as our responsibility, we will be contributing most in this journey of development. As rightly told by Justice Gugeji, that this hostel will provide good infrastructure. It is not just good infrastructure that will create a better human resource. It is something which can enhance efficiency. But it is our approach. It is our will to become best. Our will to excel will make us best. And I am sure on one hand, everybody from the government side, from the judiciary, and also from the university side is trying to create best of the infrastructure, best of the teaching systems. I think we should take the advantage and try to excel in our lives. I must also tell you that now technology is also changing the way we used to do our business. As rightly told by learned Advocate General, today online systems have developed. There was a time when everything was physical. But today, all of us know the high courts and all the courts are encouraging e-filing. The Supreme Court started conducting online business, and so the high courts and many courts. It's not just limited to that. Today, artificial intelligence is also entering into every sphere of life. I remember that when I graduated and joined Advocate Shriyari Aneji's office, that was a time when junior lawyers were told to search authorities from AIR. It's no more there. Today, it's all artificial intelligence. Tomorrow, ChatGPT is going to tell you what authorities are to be presented. The technology is changing the way we used to deal. But I always say that technology is like a horse. It is you who has to ride the horse. Horse doesn't know the direction. It is only the rider who knows the direction. With the use of technology, excellence can be achieved. So I think we should embrace the technology for better. We should embrace the technology for excellence. And I'm sure that even our university understands the changing face of the technology, and they would also embrace more and more technology, having said that the fundamentals will never change. Technology cannot change the fundamentals. So it is along with the fundamentals we have to embrace the technology. I'm very happy today that this beautiful infrastructure has been created and a girls' hostel has been created. The long journey of the women lawyer has been narrated by learned Advocate General. That was a time when the first lady lawyer had to wait for 34 years to start the practice or get the permission to practice. But today, as rightly told, The women workforce is increasing everywhere. Even in our judiciary today, in the Supreme Court, we can see the lady judges. In the high courts, 10% of our judges are lady judges, and this will increase. All our chief justices have always expressed that we need to increase the women judges in the judiciary, and I'm sure that the journey towards that has already started. So at this juncture, I would like to dedicate this hostel to all our girl students, and I'm sure, as rightly said, this is your second home, but the difference between home and hostel is hostel requires some responsibility and some discipline. I'm sure that you will practice the discipline with your fellow students as well as your faculties, and I'm sure this discipline will take you very far. Once again, I would like to congratulate the university and all the students, and I would like to thank you for inviting me here. Dhanyawad. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.